Hi, I'm Chuck Dorsett for Weaver Leather Supply. It is my 10-year anniversary at Weaver. Time flies when you're having fun. I can't believe it's been 10 years, and we've done a lot of project videos. Funny thing is, we've got a lot more to do. But how about this? Let's take a quick look at some of those that were my favorites, but also, how about let's take a look at some of those that got the most views. And I'm thinking maybe those are some of your favorites. Let's start right here, because I keep this hanging on the wall in my shop. Every time I look at it, I think, we did a good job on that. And that is our Side-Sewn sword scabbard. Well, first off, I made this to match the armor, but there's some nice details here. Well, first off, the combination of these two stamps, they give it kind of a Celtic feel, but then we've come in with the neutral antique and an Angelus turquoise paint. That really makes those stamps stand out. But notice too, the inside design they create. Our spots are clean and straight, nice hand-sewn stitch line. We've got pretty edges, and again, the neutral antique with the Angelus gives it a nice turquoise patina. That is nicely done. The Sporran, another one of my favorite projects. This came out so nicely. We did such a good job on this. Now, it doesn't have to stay a Sporran. Belt pouch, purse, absolutely. But there's some things I love about this. Well, first off, the filigree cut, one of my favorite techniques in Leathercraft, because we can bring through a second color and or texture. Hand sewn, the spots look good. In fact, I like this so much with the red, I had to try one with our turquoise suede. That is a beautiful project. These next two, these aren't necessarily my favorites because of the design, relatively basic design, but I think the color combinations on these just pop. The Croc purse, I love the turquoise embossed Croc, but right here, that's actually a dark brown. That matches our Jasper coffee bean on the nose. That looks so good. Same thing with our rifle scabbard. Our floral embossed, right there, that's a good deep brown. That matches our English bridal chocolate on the nose. Antique hardware is just a nice touch on that. This next one is one of my favorites simply because I didn't expect these to come out as nicely as they did. Our shoulder bags. And there's so many things on these that I love. Right here, this stamp design. This could go Western or it could go steampunk, but I love the combination of tools. Our barbed wire border, clean and consistent. And I love the antique nickel hardware. Simply pops on this color. In fact, this color is a 1-to-1 mix, pro dye, light brown, mahogany. But not too much, not too little, hand sewn. And in fact, we've got the quick release snap right there. Those came out so much better than I thought they would. And this last one simply is one of my favorites because it's a fun project for all ages, the masks. In fact, this is a vintage video now. This was done a long time ago, but all we need, a little 4 to 5 ounce, some dye, some paint, a little wet forming, and we've got a very cool mask. Now, I mentioned all ages, absolutely. Great project for kids, but also for the rest of us, unlimited possibilities there. In fact, we've got Anubis on the wall. But again, one of my favorites, simply because this is such a fun project. Okay, one more topic. It's actually hard to find a place to stop. The walls of my shop are covered in all of the projects that we've worked on. In fact, we rarely see the sidewalls because those have become a little bit of a mess because they have so many projects on them. But how about the other side of this? How about the subjects or the videos that have gotten the most views? Right at the top of that list, the mystery braid cuff, and that's one of my all-time favorites. That is a vintage video done a long time ago. Might even be my first. But I love the mystery braid for belts, cuffs, handles, straps, and we can even use those for decoratives on our designs and our projects, but also the knife sheath. And I'm thinking this is popular with our blacksmith cousins, and I hope it's a big help. Y'all make some beautiful knives, and I hope that'll help you make a beautiful sheath. And the briefcase, one of my all-time favorites. We didn't talk about that here, but it's a beautiful project and easy to do. Now, one that surprised me, the leather elements. And I'm so glad to see this. I hope these are a help. That would make my day to know that. Let's enjoy the time in our shop, and if we do, our projects are going to reflect that. 10 years of videos behind us, and we still have so many projects to make. I hope you'll make every one of them with me. Now, on subject matter, if there's something you want to see, don't hesitate to put it in the comment box below. But also, if you make something really pretty, tag us. Let us know that. We would love to see that. So for those of us that are brand new, or those of us that have a nice big scrap bin, I hope these project videos and these projects will inspire us to knock one out of the ballpark. Good luck with your projects.